In this breaking story, Donald Trump's Kennedy Center takeover just ran into a major problem as the Senate steps in. That's right, things are not going well for little Donnie or his pathetic ego project. Now, Trump's decision to rename the Kennedy Center is absolutely unhinged, but still he's just chugging along with it anyway. Here you can see footage demonstrating that they are already changing the name on the actual building. This is just so ridiculous. All Trump cares about is branding everything with his name. And believe me, DC residents are not happy about this either.
Feeling like democracy died today. This is history happening today, and we should all be shocked that a felon, a convicted felon, and a thug, and by all means a grifter, has just stuck his name on top of a national monument. This is a desecration.
And now things are getting even worse as members of Congress are speaking out.
Today I learned that the Kennedy Center board asked or said that the Kennedy Center would be renamed the Trump Kennedy Center. That's a sacrilege to a martyred, heroic, historic American president whose name was attached to the Kennedy Center for his support for cultural excellence in America, and because he was an assassinated president who we all mourned on November 22nd through November 25 and thereafter, because he gave his life for our country. And the idea that Donald Trump would want his name to go before Kennedy's or even with Kennedy's is a sacrilege. It should not be changed ever, and it should go through this Congress, who named it the Kennedy Center on a bill sponsored by, in this House, and signed by President Lyndon Johnson. Stop this, Mr. Trump. If you have any sense of dignity and honor, you would renounce this. Don't say that you're honored. You should renounce it. John Kennedy's name stands before all others, and the Kennedy Center should not be renamed. I yield back the balance of my time.
Chairman yields.
But still, Trump's Kennedy takeover ran into a major problem as the Senate is likely to step in. That's right, take a look at this.
As Americans across the country voice their concerns over the state of the economy, a potential war with Venezuela, and a likely skyrocketing of their health care premiums, this is happening. This morning, less than 24 hours after a vote, the Kennedy Center became the Trump Kennedy Center, at least according to the signage outside. Now, whether or not the center can be known officially as that is legally questionable. Let's discuss with former Republican Congressman Charlie Dent of Pennsylvania and former Democratic Congressman Max Rose of New York. Congressman Rose, what do you make of this apparently being a presidential priority right now?
Well, first of all, this can't legally happen without congressional consent. And you put yourself in the shoes of Speaker Johnson right now, he's probably elated about that.
You think he's elated seeing that sign go up?
Elated because this is a bill he's actually comfortable putting on the floor. Because he's not ready to put anything on the floor related to lowering costs. He's not ready to put anything on the floor related to addressing the economic distress that the American people are experiencing right now. Finally, he gets a bill where he just gets to kiss up to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, of which he is a fully owned subsidiary. So this is a Christmas gift to the Speaker from his perspective. Of course, it's also a middle finger to the American people, because yet again, it is an illustration that Donald Trump ran on one thing, ran on affordability, ran on ending forever wars, and now as he governs, he ignores any of those promises and focuses on just putting his own image front and center.
Congressman Dent, the president also now has his name on the Institute of Peace. He has knocked down the East Wing for a $400 million ballroom. He's redesigned the White House colonnade to have political plaques now about ex-presidents. He paved over the Rose Garden for a Mar-a-Lago patio feel. He's gilded the Oval Office. The list goes on and on. How should voters look at all of this?
Well, the president seems to be more concerned about his legacy and, frankly, his own vanity than the issues he ran on, which were the economy primarily and immigration. And it strikes me that, he is, obsessed with these matters that are not central to why he is president of the United States. And Max is correct. In order to change the name of the of the U.S. Institute of Peace and certainly the Kennedy Center would require an act of Congress. Can you imagine the outrage if Democrats just simply renamed the Reagan National Airport by a vote of the airport authority? They said, we're going to change the name to the Biden Reagan National Airport or the Obama Reagan National Airport. There'd be an outrage. And of course, it would require something, a congressional action. And what's so disturbing is usually these types of honors are meant for people, who have already served, who have left office. We don't do it. We don't name buildings for sitting presidents or other sitting elected officials. It's just not the American tradition. So I think the president is really in a bad place here politically. This is not helping him or the Republican Party. And by the way, the votes, I don't believe, are there to pass this because obviously it would require a 60-vote threshold in the Senate to change the name of the Kennedy Center. So this is bad on all counts.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.